Hello everyone, I thought I would do just a tiny cooking video, nothing spectacular. I've almost got it done, so I thought I would show some people who do not know what some country Appalachian people eat. We have, these are called salmon patties. We take canned salmon and we add, oops, I did forget the egg. I pick out the bones, I put flour, a little cornmeal, and garlic powder, and then I mix it up and we pat it out. And here is, oops, that's hot. Here is, we love our fried potatoes. I hope you can see that. I don't want to steam up but fried potatoes. I use this oil, Smart Balance. In the old days when I was a child, my mom used lard. And she would save bacon grease, which is great to fry your potatoes in. I do advise, don't eat this every day or you will die. This is just a, once every few weeks or once a month kind of meal. But the salmon patties, that's a couple of them. I'll set them over there. And I do have some cornbread muffins. And I'll show you them in just a minute. They should be about ready to kick off. So, I put some more oil in my pan. Don't worry about the black stuff. That's okay. So, I have my salmon into balls there, so I'm getting ready to pat them out. And I hear that my muffins are kicking off. Turn off the little oven. And we'll finish letting them stay in there. But this right here is what I make them out of. Star-kissed pink salmon. You buy it in a can. I don't know if you're outside of the U.S. if you can buy this. Maybe in some parts of the U.S. you can't. But we are fortunate enough to have it here. I'm not a cook, that's for sure. I know how to cook. I'm just, I need to turn that heat down just a smidge because everything is so. These glass top ones get so. Let me set that over on there and I'll pad these out. If you're squeamish about handling fish, even though it's been cooked, but I take the skin off of it and the bones out of it, and on the inside there is like a fatty layer. If you don't mind that, some people will just, the bones are so tender that you can just crush them up and eat them with the meal, but I prefer taking them out. It just kind of gives me the willies thinking about it. So, get my corn muffins out. Let's get my hands clean. Okay, now grab my little oven mitt. Most people make a pound of cornbread, and I should have, because it comes out with a better crust. It just looks like a one-layer cake. You can use a non-stick cake pan. Here, people like making them in the iron skillets, but this is my cornbread muffins. 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of cornmeal, and some, I like buttermilk. If you don't prefer buttermilk, you use sweet milk or cream. And a little, also those are good with bacon grease in them. Some people use lard. I happen to have used what I had. So, I'm going to put the lid, what did I do with it? I set it in my other side of my seat. And let them get nice and brown. I might have to pause for just a minute. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Now I am going to, yeah, they're nice and popping and cracking over here. Pull that back for a second. I am going to plate up some food. And most time, if you come to someone's home in the Appalachian Mountains, especially in Kentucky and probably Tennessee, that you can get a meal like this, because to them this is just the standard, you know. And usually we like butter on our cornbread, and let's see, with the fried potatoes, and some people might like kraut, sauerkraut, and soup beans. Right there, if you could afford that, you were like a king in the old days. That was like the meal. I mean, it was poor people food, but today we appreciate those old meals that our grandmothers. Unfortunately, I was so young, I never got to know my grandmother. But my mom, I was a late child, so to me, she seemed more like my grandmother than my mother. And flip these over. Yes. I have been wanting this. I haven't had this meal in like 4 years, or even maybe even just a little longer. But I'd say around 4 years. And I have been craving it, going back to my heritage. I will put that over there. I'm going to go ahead and just turn it off because they will brown on that side. And a big slice of Vidalia sweet onion. And people might not want to be around you for a while, but it really makes the meal. Sorry if some of you don't quite understand a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. I apologize. It's just that if you've lived in the country hills, see, a nice big slice of onion. When I was little, and my 5 brothers and, well, with me was 5 brothers and sisters, and my mom and dad and some of the in-laws, we would go through a meal. I mean, probably my mom would have had this skillet almost to the top with potatoes. I mean, you know. there, guys. Alright. This right here is a butter that I really like using. It's made with yogurt. I do eat meat. I am trying to stay as vegetarian as possible, but sometimes I just like a good steak. Or like hamburgers. And so we would cut open the muffin. It's still nice and hot. Slap some of this in the middle. Oh yeah. There. And ta-da! That is a traditional Appalachian Mountains of Kentucky meal. And I know this is different. It's better than some of my videos of the skies. Right, guys? Okay. So, I am going to go chow down with a big glass of milk, because I am a very big milk drinker. My whole family was. We grew up with cattle. My mom, she canned all of our, well, I was, up till I was a teenager, well, middle teens, we had cattle and chickens, and I was raised on home canned foods and grown foods. We hardly ever went to the market for anything. Sometimes there were things that, well, we just didn't can or freeze. But we had our chickens, our cattle. We never killed our cattle. We did the chickens. But we had eggs, and my mom made the best cow butter and buttermilk. If we would have had a big farm, I'd have probably been in a business by now, because no one could make cow butter and buttermilk like my mom. And I even learned how to clabber the milk and churn it, and then skim the butter off, and then working the sour. My mom would work the sour milk taste out of the butter, and it was so sweet. It was awesome. Some people might like that little bit of sour milk taste in it, but I didn't. But anyway, I think it's time for me to go. I'll say bye for now. And I'm going to wait, and I'll put this video up on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye. Hello everyone, I'm back, and when I was doing my video, I forgot to say what kind of flour I used. I use White Lily, and I like the unbleached, and you have to use self-rising and self-rising cornmeal, which I get the buttermilk. They have just plain, I think. I meant, without the buttermilk. But this is the brands I use, so if I can find out how, I will try to attach this to the other video. If not, I will just post it up straight away right after. Okay. Bye.